It has been a great day today, isn't it? And great evening. It approaches to the end, almost to the end. So my name still is Andris Ozols, as from the beginning of the day I'm head of investment and development agency. I'm so proud of everything we've done together. And actually everything we spoke today was more rational. It was more rational. Why? Why Central and Eastern Europe? Why China? Why Latvia? But there is something also irrational about. Actually, it's a rather short distance from here, from your brain, from everything you analyze, to here, to your heart. And I think believing in what we say is extremely important. And this is based on our just empathy, feeling, how do we understand other people. I claim again, Latvia is a secret to be unveiled. So I think we have succeeded it partly. So we have been proud of saying many good things about us, where I was even hesitant, maybe we should stop and speak what they are all together doing good. So, but we locals really are actually somehow since our childhood open to diverse tendencies, codes, mentalities, conditions. Also we have a great attention to detail. I would say also it was obvious within and during this event today. We think green. We think green. Latvia is one of the greenest countries in the world. So, and I would like also to invite you to a journey, because we do speak business, most of it was business today, and to kind of connect this rather short distance. I don't know, how far is it? 30 centimeters for taller people, maybe more, from your brain and head to your hearts and souls. So please show a video.
James. Hey, Dave. How are you? Good. Great. Haven't seen you for ages.
Yeah, I've been all over the place.
Yeah, Asia?
No, too far. Latvia.
Latvia, really? What about Latvia?
Latvia? It's a great place. You should check it out.
Yeah? Living the good life there?
That too, as well as running my own microchip factory, using Latvian ports to ship my products to Scandinavia, trading with Russia and, yeah, Asia too.
Wow. Wow. You wouldn't mind telling me a little bit more about that?
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before I begin,
Do you want to get the coffee?
I'd just like to extend a few greetings.
You see, the one thing that strikes me about Latvia is that it's not only the largest trade hub of the Baltics, but it's basically a geographical hotspot.
Yeah? What do you mean by that?
Well, look, you've got Scandinavia on one side, Russia on another, Poland, Germany on another, and Latvia right in the middle of the action. So whenever I'm aiming overseas, I've got 3 international ice-free ports to choose from, and if I need Russia, I've got a direct rail link that goes straight from Latvia to Moscow. So the best thing is, it's just a 2-hour flight away from all the Western capitals.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
So what'd you do, move your whole company there?
Didn't need to.
Well, who's running it then?
They are.
Locals.
Of course. Initially, I was a bit skeptical too. Then I realized they've got one of the highest university enrollment rates in the world, and almost everyone I meet speaks 3 languages: Latvian, Russian, and English. So, when I was hiring, I got heaps of applications, more than I could have asked for.
Heaps of applications don't mean they have any skills.
That may be true, but you certainly need to know a thing or two about skills if you're the largest pharmaceuticals manufacturer in the Baltics, or design systems for Kenwood, Panasonic, develop technologies for NASA, or make microphones for Lady Gaga.
Sounds good.
I think that sounds good. The corporate tax rate is 15%, one of the lowest in Europe, and it takes 1 day to launch a company.
James, 1 day?
1 day? Right. But what's the catch? And don't tell me there isn't one.
Do you enjoy nature?
Sure, why not?
Then you'll have to deal with this. Take it in. Doesn't get fresher than that. After all, it's one of the greenest countries in the world. Do you enjoy music, by the way?
Yes, I do.
Then you've got to go to the Opera House. It's phenomenal. And you're bound to bump into some of today's top performers, like I did last week, as it happens. And restaurants, well, don't get me started. There's everything from local organic cuisine to my beloved English pub. And Riga, the capital city, just take a look around you. It's a work of art.
Hey, tell me again, when did you come here?
I tell you what, 3 years ago, and I have never looked back since.
James. Hey, Dave. How are you? Good. Great. Haven't seen you for ages.
For me, as a head of investment and development agency, it was very important to find the man, to find the person, to find David. And I did it. So he's here. Dave, could I welcome you here?
Look, I'm still wearing the same suit as 5 years ago. I changed my tie for you today.
Where is it made? In China?
As a matter of fact, it is.
So, David, actually, we promised not to bother everybody with one more Q&A session, but somehow I need to ask you, what have you found out about Latvians and what not? What are 3 things you would like now, in the presence of this distinguished audience, to get answered from us?
Well, first of all, as one kind of international guest who lives here, it's great for you in the audience, other international guests, to hear my opinion of Latvia from the outside. I think it's useful for you. And I've learned one very important thing, that the Latvians, their successes today are rooted in their traditions and their strong connection to their heritage and their family values and their beliefs of education, their appreciation for their own culture. You know, you can see on the streets the beautiful buildings in Riga, and you'll notice they're being renovated, they're being repainted and fixed and restored. The creativity of Latvia runs very strong, and it's one of their greatest strengths, in fact, I think. They appreciate their own arts. They've always taken a great effort to preserve their traditions, their language, their history, their artwork. Protecting these kind of beautiful objects can be seen in the fact that, well, oddly enough, I don't know if she's beautiful, but Kim Kardashian, she's protected by one of the most expensive and one of the best armored vehicles in the world, which is made right here in Latvia, the DARS vehicle. But one of the most beautiful women in the world, Mona Lisa, who spends her days in the Louvre Museum in Paris, is also protected by Latvia. They have the purest and strongest glass made by a company called Grow Glass. And they put that glass in front of Mona Lisa in the museum. The other tradition they have, which runs strong and very deep, is their musical tradition. The entire history of their culture can be sung. As a matter of fact, every 4 years they gather over 20,000, actually the last one I think was 30,000, singers on one stage in a park, and they all sing together at one time, and it's an absolutely unbelievable thing to see. I mean, who does this? It's crazy, 30,000 people on one stage. But they've taken this love for music, they've produced some of the greatest opera singers and cellists and violinists in the world. If you read the New York Times, you'll hear them say that the greatest performers in America and Europe come from places like Latvia. And this musical love has also turned into technology. The Jay-Z microphone is the microphone, as you saw in the video, that Lady Gaga uses to sing. And it's this passion for these things that kind of drive them for innovation. And speaking of passion, Latvians have an obsession with nature. I grew up in a big city, and when I came to Latvia, it took me a while to understand how important these things and valuable these things are to the Latvians. Herbs and spices and traditions. They believe in rituals for medicinal purposes and health purposes. They have this crazy sauna tradition, which I still don't understand. They get in there, take a hot sauna, they have some guy beat each other with birch tree branches, and then they run out in an ice-cold lake in the middle of winter and jump into the lake. They call it healthy. Right? I call it heart attack. But you know, because of this knowledge and this connection with nature, they have pharmaceutical companies like Grindex. They have all-line farms. They have a natural cosmetic company which uses the birch water, among other things, from the birch trees. Purest, cleanest water they can find in their cosmetics. And this Madeira Cosmetics is extremely popular in Northern Europe. And they've even taught nature to fight against those things which cause problems for us. Rigver is a company in Latvia which has created the first virus which can actually fight and destroy cancer. So I would say that there's plenty of things to learn and love about Latvia.
Yeah, thank you. And the weather outside also is pretty much the same as it was in the film. So
Yeah,
it snowed outside.
It was terrible then, and it was, well, it's actually better today. I like this stuff.
Terrible. You named it terrible.
It was cold. You guys made me really work hard in that film. I have some questions for you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, I listen to Latvians all the time tell me about what they think about Latvia. I want to know, what do you think makes Latvia unique? And I want to know, what do you think Latvia shares with other countries or other people? And last, I want to hear from you, because you made me stand up here and tell these people what I think makes you special. I want to hear from you, what attracts people to Latvia? What makes Latvia magnetic?
Yeah, you know, this is something we try to answer all the day, and I think I really need the help from the audience to answer those questions. And I invite our former president of our country, Mrs. Pairavice Freiberger, to the podium.
David, that was a tall order. Can you repeat your question?
My question for you, Madam President, is, what, in your opinion, makes Latvia unique? What do you think Latvia shares with others, has in common with others? And most importantly, what do you think makes Latvia a magnetic, attractive place to be?
I get often asked about what makes Latvia unique. And I would answer that it's just like every personality in the world, every individual is unique and irreplaceable. So is every country and every culture. I could say about my people that they are resolute, that they're resilient, that they're ready to fight for their country and to create a state under conditions where many others would have said it's totally impossible. We will be celebrating the 100th anniversary of the creation of the Latvian Republic in 2008, from 1918 to 2018. And many historians have said it's impossible. They didn't have the preconditions for creating an independent country. Turned out that our talents are frequently hidden.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think Latvia shares with others?
It shares its common humanity and the aspirations that everybody has to be free, to breathe clean air, to have a roof over the head, to have enough to eat as a child in wartime and a refugee child afterwards. I came to conditions, and many other Latvians, as so many Europeans and so many Chinese have experienced. There are times when we lack all these things. We all wish to live a quiet, normal, peaceful, prosperous life. And that is what we share as human beings. And I think by sharing our experiences, our resources, and our talents, by communicating with each other, connecting with each other, we can achieve that for a greater number of people on this planet than we otherwise could.
You know, I think that I know what your answer would be about how did I leave America and New York City and end up in Latvia. But, you know, since this guy made me do all the work and come here and stand up, I want to get the answer from him straight, because he cheated by asking you to answer those questions, Madam President. Andres, you tell me what you think. What makes Latvia so magnetic?
You believe we are. I think the audience believes we are. Now I have a very difficult, tough task to explain why, and I think I cannot explain it in words. I think I need to show you something. Let us see one more video.
Visi meži kuņi dega, visi ceļi atslēgā. Visi meži kuņi dega, visi ceļi atslēgā. Ja ar Dieviņa palīdzību es visām cauri nikšu. Ja ar Dieviņa palīdzību es visām cauri nikšu. Es tavās pēdiņās, hei, laimiņā tu pa priekšu. Es tavās pēdiņās, nelaid mani to celiņu, kur aizgāja ļaunā diena. Nelaid mani to celiņu, kur aizgāja ļaunā diena.
Distinguished guests, thank you very much. Thank you for all this day. All the good working event comes to the end. You are all cordially invited here in this park, next to this hotel, at 8 o'clock to the evening reception. And once again, sincere thanks for being in Latvia, being in our country, and helping us to make Europe and the world better. Thank you.